Speaking of a DM, do you really have the hustle muscle? We're about to find out. Please do not have children around this episode, because what I'm about to share with you is very, very raw and a little bit of profanity. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Today I'm fired up. I hope you can hear it in my voice. This is going to be real talk, as it always is, because I got something to share with you. I actually got a bunch of stuff to share with you. If you're an entrepreneur and you're sitting here trying to figure out how to keep your feet moving when you don't want to move anymore, this is the show that is going to knock you on your feet, push you, drive you, get you excited and let you know you're not alone. As I'm sitting here in Parkland, Florida, again, I always want to say thank you guys, first and foremost, for being here. Number one. Number two, thank you for all the awesome shares on social media. It means a lot to me. It really does. And then on iTunes, sharing all the 5-star reviews, just giving me props. Thank you guys. Seriously, thank you very much. And if this show ever impacts you, please feel free to share it. It's simple. It's free. And I think we're on show 63 or 4. So I'm delivering real value, real content. I have no objective except to simply help you. And I hope you know that. So today's about the hustle muscle. I got a couple stories here to share. Actually, I'll share with one and then another one after that. But as I'm sitting here talking to you, today's a wild day. A lot going on, good, bad, crazy, everything in between. But these messages, I got a text, and I'll tell you the backstory in a second, but got a text at 9:40 this morning. Mark, wanted to reach out to you and thank you for introducing me to the wholesale game. I hit a popular beginner entrepreneur's goal this week, and I'm officially a millionaire. My life has changed, and I really owe it a lot to you. Thank you, and I hope you and the family is doing great. Looks like you're having fun. It's my boy Alex. He's about 24 years old, out of Cleveland, Ohio. Interesting story. Him and his buddy started doing real estate 2.5 years ago, and I met them. They used to wash my car, and I have a Rolls, right, or whatever. I think one of the Rolls they were washing, obviously it's a memorable car in Cleveland specifically, but they're washing it. And these are young kids, hungry kids. I love that. That they're not afraid to ask questions and talk like, dude, what do you do? And blah, 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 blah. And it started there. And then he realized, his name's Alex, like I said, he realized, dude, I can make more money just valeting cars. Just like my boy Austin is crushing it in life. So he valeted. And when people take an interest in me, I typically take an interest in them. And I knew where he was valeting at one night. Me and Dina were on a date, and we went to this real nice restaurant, valet the Rolls or the truck. I can't remember what we were taking that day. But when I come out, I want to talk to him real quick, and I give him a $100 bill tip. And I look at him in the eyes, and I say, Alex, this is seed capital to make an investment in marketing to grow your wholesale business and get going. More importantly, how quickly are you going to get out of this job? And the journey began. I actually was the first buyers of his properties. I used to buy his properties from him. He would make $3, $4, $5, $10, $20-something thousand off of me. And I made a lot of money off of his deals that he'd bring me. So it was a win-win for all. But he's a definition of what today's goal calls about. Young, hungry. More importantly, he has fucking hustle muscle. And his family's rather wealthy, which is interesting because a lot of times, I think it's like generation, they got a lot of money. He's a young kid. He's not going to do shit. But you just always can kind of tell sometimes when you see the kid, the sparkle in their eye, they have it. They got it. And the goal is I hope he keeps it, because that's always the next phase of that journey, keeping that hustle muscle intact, which brings me to the other side of this coin. I have a fairly large media company. We have salespeople. I mean, it's a real company. You know what I mean? It does 8 figures a year. It's big. And one day I'll get bigger and get to 9 figures, but that's a whole different conversation. But as there's a lot of hiring and firing that goes on. I'm not really involved in that anymore at this point in the business. But we recently, I'm always interested in the sales side because sales drives all businesses. If you know that or not, you should, because it's the truth. But as I'm talking to you, what I've realized is that we had a guy come on board. He's an 18-year veteran in the industry. I was excited to work with him. I've known him. I've met him online. I've invested millions of dollars through him to buy, traffic and different things he's sold before. And he took off a year to kind of embark onto a new journey of life. And we ended up hiring him 3 days ago. And his name, I'll remain anonymous, but I was super optimistic. I still hold a little bit optimistic here, but it's not really optimistic. It's kind of wishing. But he come on board, onboarded him, got him with our COO, Colleen. She's amazing. She showed him how to get in the system, how to manage us. And this guy, let me just put it in perspective. Coming to work with us, he could literally 4, 5, maybe even 6x more money at his biggest peak in his 18 years. He could do that in his first year with us. 4x minimum with what we do in our reach. And I'm talking real money, real mid high 6 figures, hanging out, no office, simply making calls, connecting with people via email and text, and just serving people. And sure enough, I got a text this morning. So I get this great message from Alex, this little shit. He's hustling his ass off, which I love. And then I get a text from my guy, sales manager guy. He's like, yo, this guy kind of quit. I was like, what the fuck do you mean kind of quit? What does that even mean? And he's like, well, he did quit. He said he didn't realize it was a full-time position. He didn't, realize that he XYZ, but he said he'll be available in September. So this is a lot of lying in this guy's brain to make him feel like he's a man, because he's clearly not a fucking man. He's a pussy. And I'm being straight with you. This is exactly how I feel. And if he was standing in front of me, I'd say the same exact thing. You guys have heard me talk about this on another show with these sales guys. And I'm embarrassed. To be honest with you, I'm embarrassed as a man that these guys are even out in the fucking real world. And I can't even believe they have a wife. I can't believe their kids look at them and think their daddy's cool. It pisses me off, to be honest with you, because what's interesting, I don't think these guys understand. They're just big posers. This guy, if you follow him online, you think he's big time. He's well connected. He's got all this shit going on. But dude, I promise you don't have shit going on if you quit a job in 3 days that you committed to and you come up with some bullshit excuses. This is not a hard job, by the way. Where I come from, real work is not sitting around hanging out in Palm Beach, Florida, fucking texting and sending emails and calling people making $500,000, $650,000, $750,000 a year. You know what I mean? So when I hear this shit, it makes me angry. And again, at the end of the day, he can't control my anger. I can only control it. But we have two sides of this. He clearly thinks he's 18-year veteran. He clearly thinks that he's better than he is. I don't know what he thinks. Truth is, I don't give a fuck what he thinks because I don't want to think like that. That's the truth. But it's wild to me. I'm saddened by it because these are people. And I always think it's like the young guy. This guy's in his 40s. And Alex is a young 20s. And this Alex kid's cranking. He's worth $1 million plus. And this other guy sitting around with his thumb up his ass, acting like he's doing something big in his life. And I sit and thinking about the children, his 2 kids. His kids are looking at him, Daddy, you're so cool, right? Every kid thinks their dad's cool. But rest assured, if you're a poser, you're all talk, no action, and you do all this shit, you talk all this shit, but you don't back anything up, your kids, they might love you, but they'll never fucking respect you. How could you respect someone that makes a commitment and bails so quickly? Because how you do one thing is how you do most, if not all things. I promise you that. And this dickwad sits here and here's why I'm mad. He wastes my time. I've never even talked to him since he came on board, but he's wasted my time talking to my team about him. My team, like my job as the leader is to protect my team's heart, thought process, and all that internally, because people like this come in, they get everyone excited, and then they bail quickly. That's an issue. And we have a real onboarding process. I mean, it's very intense. It takes a lot of manpower, a lot of man hours. So when this happens, it deflates the team a little bit. But I just want you to know, if you're an entrepreneur, you're not alone if you're dealing with this kind of shit. Secondly, if you're an entrepreneur and you're not where you want to be, it's only a matter of time if you keep your feet moving. You cannot fucking quit. You can't quit. See, it's interesting. This guy I know, Jeremy, he's my boy now, but my buddy, he literally, back in the day when he was learning real estate, he thought, dude, but everyone could do this. And he's very isolated. Like, he doesn't share his stuff because he's afraid people are going to take his information back in the day and go implement it. And I'm like, do you realize the gift that you have is grit, not quitting, being fucking diligent, doing what you say you're going to do. If you say it, you do it, period. Folks, this is like 5% of the world, if that. From my experience, most are talking shit. So when you think you're competing against someone when you learn something or share something, the only thing is you're competing against yourself, because no one's going to drive you harder than you. The other side of this is, I know, like, entrepreneurs, and I've worked with lots of entrepreneurs over the years, like, you guys understand we're wound pretty tight. We get anxious. We get some depression inside of that. And the truth is, I believe the reason, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not making any statements here but I'm talking about my real life experience. What I always write down when I'm going through these situations is I always got to fucking remember this, the other side of the coin. Because what drives us nuts in our game, in our day, in our life, drives us forward. That's what we're saying again. What drives us nuts as an entrepreneur drives us forward. Why most people, they get a little anxious and they stop. They sit there and are like, dude, once I get done with this video game, I'm going to go start do some marketing and make some money. Lazy fuckers never get off the video game console. All talk, no action. Their wife's out working and they're at home fucking playing. Ladies, if you're listening to my show ever and your man's at home playing video games, you got to get fucking rid of this guy or have a real heart-to-heart conversation and break that thing in his face. This is silly. What are we doing with this world? Like, who in the world thinks this is like normal? Are you a fucking child? And guys, if you're listening to me and you're that fucking guy, shame on you. Step your shit up. I haven't played a fucking video game. I don't even know how long. 25, 30 years. And if that's what you enjoy once in a while, it is what it is. But dude, if you don't have millions in the bank and your fucking spouse and family's not taken care of, in your house, you're sitting in a shitty rental, a shitty car, shitty life, shitty financial situation, you're a fucking loser if you're doing that stuff. Every goddamn waking moment of your life, you better be fucking driving harder, get the money, get the opportunities, and get the stuff done. How embarrassing. If you're out there hanging out with your fucking buddies, drinking beers, I see you fat fucks out there golfing every day. That's why I don't go golfing. Dude, it takes 5 hours of your life. You're out of shape. You can barely move, but you want to go golfing every goddamn day? I live in an amazing golf course community. I've been here 5.5 months. I've golfed 13 holes. One day. I just don't dude, I got shit to do. And I'm not saying if you do this stuff like recreational, these guys are doing it every day. They're getting blasted daily. They're hugely overweight. Not all of them, but let's be honest, a lot of them, that's why they're playing golf. Like, they're doing something. Well, it's a great way to make connections for business. Yo, dickwad, you're not making any money. What are you talking about, business? If you're going to do business, make some money. Put something together. Do something big in life. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just talking about this is what goes through my crazy mind over here. I'm sad by it. Because I know a lot of these guys are fucking good, smart dudes. When I say guys, I'm talking guys, gals, everybody. But I don't see many overweight women out there golfing every day like these guys. Why? And by the way, there's guys out here golfing daily while their wife's at fucking work. Their kids, who knows where these shitheads are? Playing around, terrorizing the neighborhood, whatever. It's very selfish in my mind. Again, I'm not judging. I'm just talking to me. I would never, ever do it. I'd be sitting down with my wife and saying, hey, honey, you're pursuing your goals. You're pursuing your dreams. What do you want to do? How do I retire you? How do I get you to sit back and we can do whatever we want whenever we want? But no, these guys want to hang out, minimize their life, make their wife go to work. Not make them, but like pretty much make them. Like if the wife doesn't work, they might not be able to pay their bills kind of thing. It's embarrassing. And if this is you guys listening to me, the people I'm painting the picture, heavens forbid. I hope it's not. Because guys, life is so short and so fragile. And all this is going on. I got it right before I got on this podcast show. I got a message from my little buddy, from his mother, to be honest. He's on his last leg, literally, of his life at the ripe old age of 13. He could barely talk, can't put sentences together. The end is near. He'd fucking cut his left arm off to be in a situation where he could be 35 years old and have an opportunity like what we're talking about. Literally. To have health. To have another day, healthy day. He can't even walk. He can't even barely talk. This is all about contrast. Understanding you're fucking pissing your hours away, your minutes away, your opportunities away. If you have the hustle muscle, opportunities are fucking galore. Everywhere. Everywhere. You got to stick in the fight. You got to get dirty. You got to get pissed. You got to realize you're in charge of this shit. You. Not your fucking mom, not your grandma, not what grandma, daddy's dad said to you or whatever bullshit make excuses you make. You. Until you get angry, nothing's going to change. Same bullshit lies you keep telling yourself over and over and over. Just like this dickhead did with us 3 days deep and you quit. You don't even know what you're doing in 3 days. He's a fucking quitter. I'm embarrassed to even say I know this guy. Folks, if you don't get pissed, and if you don't sit there and get mad, by the way, use it as fuel. I hope you want to punch me in the face because you know I'm talking to you. Hope you want to kick me in the nuts because I'm talking to you. That means you're fucking listening. You're going to do something about it. Shit, if you did hit me in the face, at least you fucking committed to something and did it. Because most of this shit you're not doing. I care about you guys so much, I'm telling you straight, real shit talk to help you. I don't need you. I don't want you. I have nothing to get from you. I want to help you understand that things are not rainbows and unicorns every day. Fuck, very often, it's never rainbow and unicorns. I'm getting shit on 24/7. I want to stop every hour, every minute, every second oftentimes. I got lawyers hitting me up. I got salespeople quitting. I got teams happening. I got emotional things. Like, folks, I can't quit. Why would I quit? What am I going to quit and do? How could you quit and go look at your family and say, I gave it my all? You're always doing it all. You're always succeeding at next levels. You're always evolving and becoming bigger and better and stronger and faster and more profitable and understanding financial literacy at another level. It never ends. Again, back to what I said earlier, what drives us nuts about being an entrepreneur drives us forward. I talk to guys and they're like, dude, and I'm talking guys that have $20, $30 million in the bank minimum. Some of them less, some of them a lot more. And they're like, dude, I'm stressed. I want to grow. I don't know why. I'm like, I fucking know why. Because you know what's on the other side of that. Lazy, complacency, quitting, procrastination, unfulfillment. Folks, fear is either going to drive you or hurt you. I'm in situations every goddamn day that I have no fucking clue what's going to happen. Every day. I'm making big investments, could go to zero. I'm making big moves and hiring people, they could quit, or I could fire them. I try to suck massive amounts of resources. If people tell you making business decisions is easy every day, they're fucking, number one, never not making business decisions, and they're lying to you trying to get your money, and they clearly don't have a business. If you're willing to work and build your hustle muscle, I'm telling you, the opportunities are endless. If you don't have the amount of money in your bank account that you want, but your hustle muscle's intact, and for real hustle muscle, not some bullshit. Dude, I got the hustle muscle. Oh, yeah, I'll be back, though. I'm going to work tomorrow because my friends are going out tonight, and we're going to hook up today at 2 o'clock and have a couple beers. You're a fucking liar. But if you have the real hustle muscle, your hustle and your dollars haven't caught up to each other, they will soon enough. Stay in the fight. Take the fucking punches. Punch back, kick back, bite, scratch, poke the fucker's eyeballs out. Whatever you got to do, stay in the game. You will be where you want to be and beyond. I don't know what's going on with this world, but there's a lot of fucking pussies out there that are out there acting like they're big dogs. They couldn't hold a wick to anybody I know. They would get their shit smashed. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what they say online. I'm talking real fucking results. I'm talking like you put your money where your mouth is kind of results. I'm talking you put your efforts where your mouth is kind of fucking results. I'm talking when shit hits the fan, you showing up even when you don't want to show up kind of results. This is the cadence that you will have to do to really grow something really, really special. I know people might tell you otherwise. Wake up and everything's so easy and it's okay. There's balance in life. The fuck there is. Balance? This ain't fucking gymnastics. We ain't balancing on a balance beam trying to stand up. Dude, you're on the balancing beam getting jousted by 14 people at 37 times a day. Sometimes you just want to dude, just let me get to bed and wake up tomorrow, please. No broken bones, no bankrupt accounts. Just let me get up and fight at it another day. That's real life. Depending how long you're in the game, truth is this starts getting a little bit easier as we evolve, as we get bigger, as we develop. Because we've put in the work. We've built our hustle muscle. Again, hustle muscle. Think of you going to the gym today and you putting on, say you're bench pressing and you bench your normal, you haven't benched in 10 years. And it's you got to warm up with 180 or 150, whatever you warm up with. But you walk in, you're like, put 300 on that bitch. I'm doing it. Well, no, you're not, because you haven't built up the muscles to be able to do it today. Maybe you used to be able to do it, but you've taken off for 10 years, and now you're going to hurt yourself. And if you could even do it. So you got to build it up through repetition. Show up to the gym every fucking day. Every single day. 180, 185, 190, 195. Oh shit, going backwards. 180. I feel a little weak today. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, who knows how long it would take, you'll be up to that 300 plus. If that's your goal. And I'm talking in hustle muscle terms, by the way. You don't have to tell me about fucking hustle. I know about it because I live it. It's my cadence. It's how I tick. I'm oftentimes very silent because I'm looking to take you down by the fucking knees and it's over for you if you're competing against me. Truth is, I don't even fucking see you, to be honest. That's the truth. I'm too busy dealing with real life shit going on in my companies and my life and business. And I'd rather spend time focusing on my children, watching them grow up than worry about some, douchebag down the street that's acting like they're going to take my game over. You can't do it. This is hard-hitting shit today, guys. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm actually not sorry. This is real talk. This is real. And then today I have a call, 2 o'clock, with 40 guys that pay me $35,000 fucking dollars a year to help make them better human beings, and they all are, which is amazing. And if you follow me, you know these guys. They're part of the DM family. But we're talking about big shit. What's that big shit? Glad you asked. Inflation, pivoting, evolving, creating multiple streams of revenue, what to grow, what to shrink, why, when to sell all your assets and why or why not. And I bring on a high-level guy that manages billions of dollars, so he kind of has an inside track on entrepreneurs, by the way, an inside track on what people are doing at different levels to protect their growth, to gain more insight. People pay for fucking results with me. More importantly, I get them results. You make an investment in me, you're getting fucking results if you do the work. See, the hustle muscle is real. It drives me nuts having this inside of me oftentimes. When I walk into businesses, I see the flaws, I see the opportunities, I see all the money that could be made with a couple tweaks. Why most of you are like, oh yeah, look at those chips, man. I got some chips and salsa. If I'm at the Mexican restaurant, I'm talking. Mexican restaurant should be at every corner and it's amazing the one that we go to. Limited beliefs, limited growth. They got to be there. Mom and pop. Yeah. They're busting their ass though. Thank God. I'd rather see that than them sitting at home talking about it. They're actually doing something about it. They have hustle muscle. Hustle muscle must evolve though. Just because you're mom and pop doesn't mean you can't become mainstream, massive, larger than anything you've ever thought was possible. But you got to be aware. You got to be thinking about growth. And I'm not talking you have to go from 0 to 1,000 stores tomorrow, but if you're either growing or shrinking. So don't think like, well, man, maybe they don't want to grow. Bullshit. Everyone wants to fucking grow. Most people just aren't willing to do what it takes to grow. Do you want your money to grow? Do you want your health to grow and get better and stronger, in better shape? The older you get, the more you want to grow your physical abilities. I don't know about you, but I want to grow my financial wealth. I want to grow my physical abilities as I get older. I want to grow my connections. I want to grow my relationships with my wife and my kids. I want to grow it with my family members, the people I care about, the people I love the most. When people tell me they don't want to grow, it's because they fucking quit. That's a cop-out. You have to understand you're either growing or you're shrinking. There is no in between. And listen, I'm not saying there's not times when you need to shrink, take 2 steps back, if you will, to take 10 steps forward. Sometimes you need to shrink, cut fat, do whatever. But you got to have a grand vision of what this looks like and why you're doing certain things. Not like, I'm having a bad day, I got to just cut and quit. See, like this guy, sales guy, that has no fucking hustle muscle at all. All he had to do is call and talk about what his fears are. He's clearly scared because what's going to happen, he's realized. You could talk to people all day long, like, dude, look, he showed us his W-2, what he made. And I'm like, dude, you realize, my team did, you realize that you're going to 4X minimum with our company, right? Oh yeah, man, that's what I always want to do. I want to make lots more money. It's what everyone says. Never had someone say, I want to make less. But then when the rubber meets the road and he sees what really it's going to happen, they get scared or uncomfortable or both, and they fight or flight. This fucker flight. He flew. The pussy didn't even call. He emailed. Shameful. Embarrassing. His kids will know. His kids already do know. His wife knows. Embarrassing. I talked last week about how death motivates me. Another thing that motivates the shit out of me is being a pussy in front of my spouse, being a pussy in front of my kids, and more importantly, being a pussy to myself. I'm serious. It motivates the shit out of me. I'm going to quit. I don't quit. I will quit the day I'm fucking 6 feet on the ground. And the truth is I won't even quit then. Because my fiduciary, my teams, my vision, my growth plans, and all the other stuff will carry on while I'm dead, fucking still driving people nuts, growing, expanding, pushing, giving more to charities, helping the family grow. Like, dude, I'm not stopping. Too many of you so busy talking about it, you don't have enough time to actually do it. I want you to know, if you're still here, I respect the shit out of you. You're my fucking dude or you're my gal. Because this shit ain't for everybody. It really is not. See, I'm a real entrepreneur. I've shared with you, I was an entrepreneur. I didn't even know first of all, I didn't even know how to spell it. Second, I didn't even know what it meant, except I worked my ass off every day since I was young kid. 6 years old. I was hustling shit. Entrepreneur. I was trying to figure out how to get people to do shit I didn't want to do, pay them through profits, pay them through activities. Not because I was better than them, not because I was lazy, because I was trying to be fucking efficient. I was trying to do more. It's the shit that keeps me up all night. It's the shit that gets me up at 4 a.m. in the morning or whatever. I can't sleep. I don't want to sleep. You have to, though, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Folks, we're not here forever. But what drives you? I want to be stupid, filthy rich. Share it all the time. It's not a secret. Not because I'm greedy, not because I'm a selfless bastard. It's because actually it's the opposite. It's because I want to give to more. I want to help more employees. I want to help more team members. I want to help more people, clients that work with us that make tons of money. Man, I'm cussing a lot today. Must mean I'm excited. But I'm telling you, too many of you are talking about the wrong stuff. Too many of you are quitting when you're right there, when opportunity is right in your face. So if you're still sticking with me, if you're still chugging along in your business, your life, more importantly, your hustle muscles on tact, just know your time is coming. You will be madly successful. It's impossible not to be. Impossible not to be if you're a fucking real hustler. And I'm not talking where you wake up and you have to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and do nothing. It's everyone hustles differently. Truth is, in the beginning, the hustle looks way different than it does right now for me. I've been 25 years deep in real business life. It's a different type of hustle now. My hustle is emotional warfare, team leadership. My hustle is different. So we have to evolve. But in the beginning, you're in the fucking ring with Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather getting punched both sides. The question is, who's going to keep punching? More importantly, who's going to keep getting up? It's not always easy. But the truth is, well, you won't wear those fuckers down. You'll wear most people around you down. They'll tap out. They'll quit. You will not quit. Successful people don't quit on their vision. You can't give up. You might have to edit it. You might have to adjust. You might have to zig and zag and pivot, but you don't fucking quit. Ever. Ever. This is something you share with your kids. This is something you don't have to share with them. When I say share, I'm saying they were watching you. They know quitters. They know bullshit talkers. In my house, it's not do as I say, not as I do bullshit. How can you tell your kid, let's say this guy that just quit with us, how could you tell your kid, they're like, Daddy, I hate basketball, I want to quit. Son, we don't quit in this family. Daddy, bullshit, you're a fucking quitter on everything you do. How's that going to go well for the kid? As opposed to the kid starts crying, throws a temper tantrum, and the guy's like, yeah, man, I'm teaching him good lessons, man, teaching him good lessons. No, what you're doing is you're actually fucking him up even more because he watches his dad that he loves to death, thinks he's Superman, lied to him because he knows his dad's a fucking quitter. Mommy, I want to stop cheerleading. Honey, you made a commitment 3 days ago. You can't stop now. But Mommy, you've never had a job because every time you get one, you quit and you always blame them, not you. Honey, do as I say, not as I do. But it's their fault, not my fault. Yes, it's kind of fucking comical, but true. I just want the best for you. If you're a real hustler, and I know hustler out there like, dude, I'm not hustling, man. I got family time and this. I'm not saying not. Dude, I hustle my family. I hustle my businesses. I hustle in my personal life. You don't understand what hustle really means if you're saying bullshit like that. You're trying to figure out how to not do hustle work. You'll never meet someone that's madly successful in life, in business, etc., that talks about balance, that talks about like, dude, I don't hustle. I don't do shit. Man, yeah, I just sit around and do nothing. No, you don't. It's just a different hustle. I hustle hard with my kids. Dude, I was up at, I'm editing a book right now, The Me Economy, by the way, which comes out in the end of May. You fuckers all better buy it. You should please buy the book. But it's going to be a banger. It's going to be amazing. Not because I wrote it, but because the message is powerful. If I wrote it or not, I would tell you it was amazing. I want to make it better. Truth is, this is a true story. Back to this fucking hustle muscle. I'm up at 4 a.m. I can't even sleep right now. Going to bed at midnight because I'm stressing about this book. Getting up at 4 a.m. because I'm stressing about this book. I want it to be the best. I want it to be fucking impactful. I want it to change people's lives. And I make fucking zero on it. I give all the money to charity. But when you're a hustler, you want the best. This, again, I don't want this to ever leave me. I don't like it all the time. But without this, I'm probably not where I'm at in my life. You follow me? I'm a hustler. I want the best. I always want to be better. Dude, I could be on stage in front of 1 million people. I get off. I'm like, fuck, I could have said this. I could have done this. I hang up this. When I get done with this podcast show, I sit down and write notes on 2 pages of what I could. First thing I'm going to say today is don't cuss as much. 2, be a little bit more clear. 3, get to the point. 4, that's how my brain thinks, how to improve constantly. My hustle muscle is to improve, grow, expand, become a better person, drive this thing bigger. I don't want it to leave. It frustrates the shit out of me. And I know I talk to all you entrepreneurs, it frustrates you too. But just stop for a minute and be grateful that you have it. You have something inside of you that it's unsettled. There's more out there. And it's not just about money. It's about you becoming better. You evolving, you seeing what you're capable of. It's very powerful. I truly believe I'm at 0.3% of where I could be and will be 10 years from now. 1% better a day. That's all I'm shooting for. My schedules are stacked right now. I got about a month before I head back to Ohio. I'm hustling to do that. I got a speech. I got to speak in front of 600 people with my boy Sean Whalen's event, Lions Not Sheep. I'm fucking nervous. I'm scared. I'm not scared about me getting up there. I'm scared about letting them down. Where's the pride anymore? You got to be proud. And when I get off that stage, I'm going to be pissed that I didn't say this or that. I'm going to be mad because I didn't hit this point harder. I'm going to be upset that this didn't happen, but this happened. But I'll be very grateful that I had the opportunity. But it's driving me nuts. It's taking me, I've known about for about 60 days. I'm going to speak there. Every day I'm trying to think how to change someone's life in that room. How to make sure my message is connecting with the audience. How not to let Sean down. His people down, his tribe. This is the shit that will drive you nuts. But it's also the shit that will drive you forward. You're an amazing human being if you have the hustle muscle, real hustle muscle. You can change your world, first and foremost, as well as you'll change everyone else's world around you. Everyone talks about haters. I don't even hear them. I'm so busy hustling on me, growing, expanding, driving. I don't need a hater to drive me. I already got drive, even though I do love haters because that drives me more. But I everyone gets driven by different shit. I don't want to disappoint. I don't want to let you down. So I show up and do these shows. For my kids, first and foremost, so they hear kind of how daddy thinks when they get older. Maybe 7 years old, they can hear these cuss words. No, I'm joking. But when they get older, right? Adulthood, they're struggling. Dad, I'm a hustler. No, you're not. Listen to this shit. Listen to show 63, son, 62, whatever show this is. Do you have the hustle muscle? That'll kick you in the balls. Or my daughter, maybe. Who knows? But today, I'm worried about you, focused on you. Time is now. If you have an inkling of hustle, people are fucking complacent, ignorant. They got their heads so far up each other's asses, they don't even know what's going on. This is your time to execute and get more opportunities and money flying at you than you've ever thought was possible. Trust me, I know. I'll be sharing some details about something I'm working on. And I got millions of dollars of money coming in to back it up. Not some bullshit, oh, we make $1,000. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's now. And if not now, when? There's never a perfect time. I'm looking out the window now, it's a beautiful day, a little warmo, but like the stars aren't aligning. They never will when you need them to align. It's now. So I want you to realize you're at the right place at the right time. If you're still here 40-something minutes later, you might be shaken with anxiety, excitement, or you're pissed off or everything in between. But know that you're listening to this still because you're being tapped on the fucking shoulder. You're being punched in the soul. You know you have a lot left in the tank. You know you're not pushing it to the level you're capable of. You know when you say you're hustling, you're sort of bullshitting a little bit. You know that if you're still poking or like if you're still listening, you know damn well that you're just getting started. You know you don't know everything. You know you're just on a journey of life to evolve and grow and learn and grow. That's why you're here learning. I do the same shit, by the way. I'm listening to podcasts daily. I'm listening to audiobooks daily. I'm connecting with high-level people daily and all types of people daily. I appreciate you. I genuinely do. If you're still here, today's show is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. But it's a real pill. And if you don't even have to swallow this fucking pill if you're a real hustler. Because you already know this shit's true. I challenge you to push the boundaries. Your brain's telling you to slow down or protect. Your brain's lying to you. Your brain is only capable of what you've put into it to share with you. Like, just remember, one step at a time. I'm not trying to say go from 0 to 1,000 tomorrow. Picture that Mexican restaurant has one shop there. I'm not saying go from 1 to 1,000, but start acting like you're building something bigger. Not act, but start building something bigger than one shop, one piece. You have to diversify. You have to evolve. You have to grow. You have to hire great people. You have to put people on the team. You have to lead the pack. And it's your time. If not now, then when? You talk about it. You read about it. You hear about it. The only difference is listen, you're creating your story where people are going to fucking read your story. You're inspiring people and you don't even know it. Talk about it on another show. They're watching. The question is, are you doing? Hope you guys keep me posted with your progress. This show is real. I'm psyched. And I got another big call here in about 2 minutes. So I got to go. But I appreciate you guys being here. Again, follow me on IG at Mark Evans DM. And if this show helped you in any way, shape, or form, please share it. Let me know. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I will personally follow up. Not an assistant, not some bozo clown that acts like me. It's me. If you get a response from me on IG or Facebook, it's me. No one else. Because it matters to me. It's not scalable, but it's what I fucking care about. I don't care if it's scalable. So guys, with that said, make today count. Thinking about you. More importantly, I'm rooting for you. So keep me posted. All right, gotta go. Peace.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss, I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all, and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm more Kevin DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.